Trail Seeker Adventures heads to round 8 of the Mountain State Hare Scramble with a rigorous run. It was a beautiful weekend to get out on the trail. Once again, I got a terrible start, but this is my first race back from breaking my collarbone, so the main goal was not to hit the ground. I made a few mistakes, but all in all, I had an awesome time. Check it out and see what Mountain State has to offer.
Pull your bike off to the side, drift down to the bottom so you're not plugging the hill climb up, okay? The guys that can make it up it, we want to make sure they have a clear path to get up it. You guys, obviously, you pull your bike back down to the bottom, you can try it as many times as you want. If you guys cannot make it, you'll have to sit there until the race is over or until one of my track marshals gets there and rides it to the top for you, okay?
So yep, we're at the Mountain State Hare Scramble, and this is my daughter, Tiffany. She asked if I was racing, and how can I say no? Heidi is at the SXCS, I'm on call, and I was not able to go. So here I am, sitting in the 40A line at the Mountain State Hare Scramble. And yes, this is my first race back from my broken collarbone. I went and visited the doctor, and he said I can take my sling off and go with my normal activities, but no cartwheels. So today's goal is to do no cartwheels.
Good luck, boys.
I brought the Beta 300 RR back out today, and I pushed a button and she jumped straight to the sky. Way too much traction, but you can't complain about that. I just got a bad start, and it's all better just to try to get some good video for y'all to watch. Now on this line, we also have the 30AB along with the 40AB, which I'm in. My main goal is not to hit the ground today. So I'm watching people, trying to stay out of their way, and I'm trying to not make the big mistake. And follow the doctor's orders with no cartwheels today. My goal is to take it easy, and I definitely need to watch other riders. This guy's making me nervous. I think I even say something right in this area. But whenever somebody's a little out of control or a little extra throttle happy at the beginning of the race, I want just to get around them and get away from them. But unfortunately, it takes me a while. Look to the left and seeing there was a line down over the hill. I'll be using that later. There's Chase Pingley. I talked to him after the race, and he said he lost his seat and had to turn around and go back and get it. I think he said he lost his seat a couple times throughout the day. And of course here I make my first mistake. Came in there a little hot. He stalled his bike or whatever he done, and I had to avoid the trash. I think that one mistake cost me about 6 positions.
That's not good.
The main thing at the beginning of the race, you mess up, you need to calm down and not push it. Because if you push it and force it, you're just going to cause yourself to make more mistakes. Just get back into a rhythm and work your way back to the front. As I said at the beginning of the video, it's a beautiful weekend. It's a fall The leaves are starting to change. The track is in really good condition. It has some dust on some of the hill climbs, but other than that, you couldn't ask for a better day to go out and race. At this point, I'm just filling out the old Beta. Beta is the bike that I broke my collarbone on. The brakes I found are very drabby on this. I raced it in muddy conditions before. I actually won a GNCC at John Penton. Everybody knows how stuck the John Penton is. Right here in this dip, right there, this bike bottomed out and it about rattles your teeth every time I came through there with this suspension. This winter I'm going to definitely take the suspension off this bike and send it away and get it redone. I'm just filling it out for the rest of the summer. I only got a few more races, and most likely the rest of the races I'll be on the RMZ 450. I would have brought it out on this course. It would definitely been better suited for the RMZ 450, but with me not racing for a month or so and wanting to just kind of take it easy, the Beta is lighter. It's got the push button. I didn't want to have to mess with starting the old 450.
You okay?
It's tricky racing this line because it has 30 AB and the 40 AB, and half of us don't have our stickers on. I do at this point, but you don't know who to yell at or who don't. I don't like yelling at somebody in my own class, but I'm pretty sure I have a few times during this race.
Taking it easy, taking it easy. Hot mouth already.
I was definitely like an amateur day at this race. At first I was down on the line. I forgot that I didn't put no gas in the bike. Luckily the race was running a little late. I ran back up, put gas in my bike, and then I went ahead and threw my camel pack on. I didn't want to wear it because I was afraid it's going to be extra weight on my collarbone with my chest protector. I was so glad I threw it on because I was definitely cottonmouth. Actually, I was cottonmouth and dry, sitting on the line, so that's the reason why I went ahead and threw it on my back. But later on, I'll remember something else I forgot to do. We'll talk about that later. At the beginning of the video, you heard Richie explaining a hill climb. Well, we're coming up to that hill climb right now. It's actually one of the most fun part of this track. He was worried about somebody not being able to make it. If you couldn't make it, try to get to the bottom of the hill. This gentleman's making me a little nervous, but we get past it and we get to the top. I look forward to that hill just about every lap. With this video, the first lap, I pretty much got the entire first lap, so everybody can look, whether it's your family or your wife or whatever, or husband or whoever is out here supporting you, they can see what the entire lap was all about. It's very rocky out here. I like rocks, but it's definitely made me a little bit nervous to go up to speed. And I found out that, you know, just clicking it back a few notches, it really makes a difference in your overall. And you don't realize how just a few notches either click faster or a few notches click slower really makes a difference in your results.
Thank you.
I don't know what was over there on the right side of that rock, but I think there was somebody laying there just about every lap. But I avoided it. I'm glad to see somebody else go down in front of me, so I didn't go over there. I just went to the left every time.
Taking it easy.
So, in case you haven't noticed, the theme of this race is taking it easy. I keep saying that to remind myself to take it easy. It's really tough to have a state of mind and then try to not do what you normally do. Your brain wants to react the way it normally reacts, but I have a lot of responsibilities. I got a garage I'm in the middle of building, and I've already messed up this race series, but I got one other race series I still have an opportunity to win, and I'm definitely going to try to do what I can to not hit the ground or do any cartwheels.
I'm a little cotton mouth, dry. I ain't gonna lie, got a little arm pump going on. So I'm having a blast, baby. Whoop whoop. Shoulders feeling pretty good. Doctor says don't do no cartwheels today. Single track. Fade is made for that. Where's he going? Where's he going? Fade is feeling pretty good.
There were some roots across this section. I believe it's like right through here. Any of the riders that rode it, you almost had to pucker through there. The beta handled it pretty good, but every time I came through there, I was just waiting for it to take my front wheel out.
Not too dusty today. Watch out this grass. Being careful. Being careful. Heidi, I'm being careful. Hope you're having a good day at the FXCS.
Heidi is at the SXCS racing this weekend. I'm on call for work, so I can't get that far away. But we both are still in the points with that series. So I'm looking forward to be completely held up and heading out there to their next one.
Stop screwing up. Taking it easy.
Following a pretty fast little guy, and talking about little guys, I had 2 or 3 little guys come up before the race asking about our channel and saying that they enjoy watching our race. That's one thing I found to be surprising with these little guys. Both the last few races, we had little guys coming up and talking about how they like watching our channel, and I really appreciate them coming up and talking to me. I hand them out some stickers and anything else that I can find to hand to them, but I'm just glad to see little guys out here interested in riding the trails. Just want to tell them thanks. So I finally caught back up with Gregory Richardson. This is the gentleman that's in my class that he kind of stalled, and I went off the track to avoid him. It took probably a half a lap just to catch back up with him. So that just shows how much one mistake can cost you. These guys are moving right along. It's just this track is so tight, and as you can see, it's really single track for a lot of it, and it's tough to try to make a pass. So there's a few times I'll just make a little pass call to let them know I'm behind them, and I don't want to be irritating, but I just want to try to make a pass and head towards the front. Thank you very much. That's the 314 machine. I didn't realize it at that time, but that's Rich King, and he's in my class. And actually, I believe at this point he was the points leader. And I appreciate you for, I'm pretty sure you probably knew it was me, but thanks for letting me around. This is the 874 machine. He's Joseph Walls, and he's the open AB class, so he's not in my class. These stickers are so small you cannot tell who is who in your class. It obviously didn't matter to him because he was not letting me around him. I was going to earn it. I put all new rubber on the machine on the Beta 2020 Beta 300RR, Elkins Motorsports Edition. Yeah, I put Michelins. I love the Michelins, and I can tell you right now that traction was not a problem on this day. As you can see, it was dry, but I couldn't keep the front end down on those hills. And as you can see, I tried different lines. I always told you in my past videos to never follow somebody, but it's really tough on this track because it's pretty much a 4-width off camber, dust, rocks and roots. So he'll go wide. I'll try to cut to the inside, but he's just going fast enough to where I can't get a fender on him. And right there is a perfect example why you shouldn't follow somebody. I had an opportunity to go a different route. I didn't know he was going to mess up, but he did mess up, and that allowed me to get around him. was probably one of the hardest hills on the entire lap. It wasn't really that so steep, but the dust was so slick, and there was something underneath there that would throw you one way or another no matter which line you took. That's one lap at the Mountaineer Round 8 at the Ruger's Run. And no, I did not see what position I was in. It said something about 7th, but I don't know if that was him or the guy in front of him. There was somebody behind me, so I was going to hold them up trying to take a look. But I always try to look to see what position I'm in. But now we just got to put our heads down and see how much closer we can get to the front. Looks like somebody was having a bad day, but you can also tell Gregory is calmed down. He's looking much more in control, and I don't really mind being around him. He's rolling pretty smooth, but somehow I got to find a way to get around him. Has a little rocky section, but then this hill got really deep dust at the bottom, and it was tough to get traction. I've only raced this track one time last year, and a lot of the track was the same as last year. Once I did a lap or two, I had it pretty much figured out, but there was definitely short lines that I could have probably taken if I was looking for them. But I have one up here that I probably passed 2 or 3 times, somebody 2 or 3 times, and it's right here. I don't know what it was. I was just able to carry my momentum around there a little bit quicker than the others. Later on in the day, you'll see I'll pass somebody else there. This is the 565 machine. It is Colton Hawk, and he's running the Open BC class.
Let me get a drink.
A lot of people walking down this trail. Thanks for the thumbs up. This is the trail down to the hill climb. I think a lot of people was expecting something huge, and I don't know if they actually seen any issues. There's a few bikes that didn't make it, but I don't know that if it was worth that long walk or hike down to the bottom of the mountain, because then you had to come back up.
You know what? I have not let the air out the front tire. Probably got 50 pounds in it. Holy cow.
Yep, there's that rock again, and somebody else is laying there. And yes, you heard right. I forgot to check the air pressure in my front tire. I was changing the tire down by the garage, and my air gauge was up in the box trailer, and I said, or I'll just check my air pressure tomorrow at the race. This is a reminder. Check it while you think about it, because like me, you very possibly could forget to check. And at the end of the day, I checked the tire pressure, and it had 36 pounds of air in the front tire. I normally run about 9 or 10, so it definitely would make a difference.
So glad I put the camel pack on. So, pretty low blonde. It was. Pretty low blonde with me today is my daughter Tiffany. Text me and asked if I was racing, and how can I say no? Heidi is racing at SXCS up in Pennsylvania, and I hope she's doing well. I couldn't go because I'm on call for work. We get that far away. I'm a little out of practice on this racing thing. Got to the line, forgot to put gas in my bike. That's an amateur move. Luckily, if it's delayed, and remember to get back and get the gas. Put my camel pack on. I didn't want to put it on because I didn't want to put the extra weight on my shoulders. But I'm glad I did. I had cotton out before I got started.
Yeah, Kenny, we've already talked about that. But meanwhile, we caught up with another gentleman in my class. This is the 041 machine of Dennis Fisher. He's in my class. He's moving right along. I've seen a lot of him today. He is one of the most smoothest riders I've ever followed. He barely ever throws a foot down. he's a sit-down rider, which is a lot like myself. I know you're supposed to stand up, but I tend to keep my butt planted on the seat. But I've seen a lot of him today, and I got around him a few times, but you make one mistake and he's right back around you.
These guys in my class. Don't mind when yell. Don't earn it.
As I'm following the 41 machine, is the perfect time to talk about the Trail Seeker Adventures. We took a little break there. I think I broke my collarbone about a month and a half ago. I did put out a few videos. One was from Ohio POW, where Heidi and Kendall and I went to Ohio POW, did some whitewater kayaking. We did some mountain biking and some hiking. Checked out everything that we could that day. We ran into a rainstorm, but we put that out on a video. And then also a group of us went out west. If you ever wonder what the trails look like out west, it's not a lot like this. There's a lot of desert out there, but we were up in the mountains, and we got some beautiful shots of us riding the trails. Make sure you check that out. That was the video before this one. But that's what Trail Seeker Adventures is all about. We go out and we hit the trails. We bring the information back to you, and that way you know what it's all about without even getting off the couch or loading the bike. We also do hiking. We do mountain biking. Not every weekend you're able to get out on the bike. You may get injured like myself and look for somewhere to go camping, or you want to get out on a mountain bike with your family or go hike a trail. That's what we do. We bring the information to you. That way, if for some odd reason you're looking for a mountain bike trail, and we can show you what it's all about. Make sure you hit that subscribe button at the bottom of the display, or wait till the end of the video. You can push the icon in the middle of the ending card, and you can subscribe to our channel. Ring that little bell. That way it will ring every time we put out a new video, and you'll be one of the first to be able to watch. And if you didn't happen to see the video where I broke my collarbone, it was the Mountain State Hare Scramble before this one. This is round 8. I wasn't able to hit round 7 or 6 because they were right beside each other right after I broke my collarbone. But round 5 is where I broke my collarbone, and you'll be able to watch it and see it happen. Actually, you'll even be able to see it in slow motion. Check it out. I'm not sure who this guy here on the right was. I wasn't able to really look to see who he was, but he rooted me on every lap. I'm sure he probably rooted everybody on. I sure appreciate when I get rooted on, especially on a day like this where I'm not really up to speed. It just helps me know that there's somebody out there like watching. This is the end of lap 2. I believe it showed Dennis was 3rd, so that made me 4th. and now I have to do a little twisting of the throttle and try to find a way around it. That road crossing was a little tricky spot with the old Beta. The suspension is set so soft. We came down across here and pretty much bottom everything out, and then it bounces across the other side. But that's just one of the things I gotta get taken care of. So on the first lap there was a little cut right here. I seen it. I didn't get to take it, and I thought I'm going to save that for a special occasion, and it just showed itself.
Rocky.
Coming around to the best part of the track, or at least my favorite part of the track. My cousin Matt said, "Did you see me out there?" And I said, "No, I didn't see you." There he is. Pretty much stayed out in the middle of the track, but he had his arm out in front of his face. And I did remember somebody pointing me up the left line, but I did not realize that it was him. So if my own cousin I don't recognize, I should still appreciate you guys cheering me on. But if I don't recognize you, sorry about that. I'm looking at the trail. Now I heard a bike coming. I pulled over a little bit and let him go through, and I thought maybe it was a pro coming already, but it was the 952 machine, Trevor Miller. He's coming up across there like a pro. Not sure what happened to him. It looked like his day didn't finish as well as it started. He was running the C16 to 21 class, but he was moving at this spot. But this is one of those tracks you definitely want to be careful. You don't want to throw it out there too far, or you can definitely throw it away. Whoever that was, I know they were just being nice, but that is one of the worst things you can do when you go to get past. Whenever somebody comes up behind you, just get in one rut and stay in it. Whether it's the left rut or right rut, just hold your line. The last thing you want to do is slam on the brakes. That's a good way to get yourself hurt or somebody else hurt. But just let that be a lesson that you just never want to slam on your brakes. Just hold your line, and or point at the direction that you want the person coming up on you to go. Like if this guy was wanting me to go, point to the right, and I would go to the right.
That don't sound fun to ride.
At this point, my shoulder is starting to get pretty sore. I am definitely starting to slow down. I think I forgot about the people that I just passed. But let me just tell you, they're right behind you. And let that be a lesson. Whenever you think you are out there by yourself, they're right behind you or they're right in front of you. So just, you could be out here for a half a lap and not see another bike and think that, there's nobody behind me. and your competition can be just one turn behind you. And on the other side, they can be just one turn ahead of you also. But just keep motivated and keep rolling.
Thank you.
That's a good option also. If you hear somebody coming up behind you that's obviously faster than you, you got a wide spot, just you don't really have to stop, just pull over. I have before, actually in this race, I pulled over and actually screwed up and hit a tree. You definitely don't want to do that, but if you got a wide spot, just pull over and just kind of go slow. See how that gentleman, he just stayed right in his right lane, and I was able to find my way around him. Coming in for lap 3. It shows me second on my third lap and a minute 20 back. And just think, I'm a minute 20 back. That one mistake that I made at the very beginning, and all the time it took me to get around those 5 or 6 people that I screwed up, that's easily a minute 20. I could have for sure been up here battling for the lead. But today, third, I'm totally okay with third for today. The main goal is get home safe and have an awesome race day.
I'm a full minute and a half back. I might really be taking it easy.
So what happened there? That hill is steep, and on the left rut there's braking bumps. And at the last minute, I thought, well, I'll jump out of the left rut and go into the right rut where it's smooth. It was a little rocky, but there weren't no braking bumps. But let me tell you, I almost bit it there, and that would have been a bad day. So the lesson with that is pick a rut and stick with it. And here, I pass another one through my one and only shortcut. Actually that's actually the second hot line I actually found in the whole track, I think. Okay, maybe that was the third hot line I had out of the whole track, but not much more than that.
Thank you.
This poor guy here on the right, he was there almost the whole race. That guy almost took me out, but he's doing the best he can.
Traction is not the problem today. Should have picked a smoother track. Yeah, baby. That's ugly. Come on, kid.
there goes the race leader. That's Brandon Pauling. He's riding a 326 machine. This track is a little shorter than normal. It's a 6-mile track. But I gotta say, it's the first time I've been lapped for I don't know how long. So it feels like, well, I was hoping it's at the end of the race. I was hoping like, did I see a white flag? I was hoping it was a white flag, but I think there's still 3 laps to go.
I'm definitely slowing down. Oh, that's different.
There goes the second overall at the time. That's the 897 of Brandon Higgins.
Thanks everybody. Give me thumbs up today.
Now let this be another lesson. I thought there was another pro coming up behind me. I was slowing down, and there goes 4th position, 5th position. So now I'm back in 5th. I just let 2 of the riders that I've been chasing the entire race just hold over and let them go around me. So yeah, don't pull over just assuming that it's a pro. Now I gotta buckle down and try to pass them back.
Take it back up. Mr. Hawkins in front of me.
And this goes back to what I was saying earlier. You think that you've got a pretty good lead on somebody, but you never know, they could be right behind you. I was thinking for some odd reason this was Donnie Hawkins. For some odd reason, I don't know why. I was chasing this guy the first 2 or 3 laps and I totally forgot that this was the other guy that I was chasing. I thought it was Donnie Hawkins, but Donnie, I think, is not too far behind us. So this is Dennis again. This is the smoothest rider I've ever followed, and I followed him a lot this race. But that just shows you when you pass somebody, you think you like just follow him. He's so smooth. He's so smooth. The X kind of looks kind of slow, but he is rolling. And I passed him. I thought I was done with him, but one little stupid mistake, and I can guarantee you, I get back around him, but I screw up and he gets back around me. We was back and forth. I had an awesome time racing Dennis. He's very smooth, but we raced each other clean.
Terrible out to go cautious. Gotta be careful. place to hurry.
That was a pretty rocky section back there. The beta felt pretty good, but only up to a certain speed. I had it set too soft. It felt really well controlled throughout those rocks, but if you get going too fast, then it will bottom run out. I thought I was going faster than I actually was. I did actually find another hotline. Make that 4 hotlines. I usually like to get out and hike the trails or mountain bike them and find little short hotlines like that, but I didn't get to do that. Being on call, I basically showed up, unloaded the bike, and went to the finish line. And hence, that's why I forgot everything. But yeah, I got back around Dennis, but that's not the last time we saw him, or I will see. So I catch Gregory. I actually was thinking it was Donnie Hawkins. I wasn't 100% sure. I chased him the first half, and that's another bad thing. You know, we started on the same line, so you're really not sure who's in your class and not. But I was chasing him down, trying to keep up with him. And if you heard earlier, I was done and wanting to be over with. My shoulder was starting to get tired. Not really sore, but tired. But I was chasing him down, and basically what happened is we get to the finish line. The GoPro's about to go dead. I get to the finish line, and when I came through, it showed 3rd. And I thought, well, he must not be in my class. But I think what had happened is it showed him 3rd, and then I was through before it showed me 4th. So I basically just gave up on him. I thought, well, he's not in my class. I'm tired. I'm not chasing him down. Well, comes to the end of the day, it showed me 4th. Not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed about 4th. I would have been okay with 3rd, but hey, I got to go home. I didn't, without any injuries. I didn't do any cartwheels. In the rundown of my class, Steve Labrano got 1st, Christian got 2nd. The only time I saw him was on the starting line. Good job. 3rd was Gregory Richardson, which is the guy in front of me. I got 4th. Dennis got 5th. Jeff Flynn got 6th. Rich King got 7th. Jason got 8th. Donnie got 9th. And in the pro class, the overall was Brandon Poling. Pulled off the win. Cody Pingley was 2nd. Brandon Higgins was 3rd. Alright, once again, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Make sure you like our videos. And here in the middle of the ending card, hit the logo in order to subscribe or pick your next video. Thanks for watching.